What is up, people? Your boy NATZ, the hidden legend, and I'm back again with another good video for you guys to watch and to always tune in. Now, in my previous video, which you guys should definitely check out, I spoke about comparison and how it really is a death of joy. And that's probably the reason why we end up, disliking a situation, thinking that we're the problem, thinking that, oh, we're not doing this, doing that right, which isn't even the case. It's just that you're comparing yourself to what another man or what another woman has, which you really shouldn't be doing. And today is kind of like an extension of that video. It's going to be on a personal note. So, every now and then, my mom always reminds me of one of my teachers, right? This is years back when I was going primary school. I was a boy, and he would always say, we all have different paths in life. And my mum would always remind me about that, going into my adulthood. And, I wouldn't really pay too much attention to it. I know it's the truth, but, I didn't really see it as important. But nowadays, I really do. Like, it's true, we all have different paths in life. You can have 5 best friends. You guys love each other, you do everything together, but at the end of the day, we're all gonna have different destinations. We're all gonna have to do different things. And that's one thing that we don't really realize until it's too late. There's absolutely nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong, and I can firmly say this, with going 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even a month, just focusing on yourself. Just putting yourself first. There's nothing wrong with that. Spending that extra time by yourself. It could be for whatever reason. Maybe it's an assignment that you have as a project, or maybe, you just want to get better, physically at the gym, and you want to tap in. There's nothing wrong with that. More time, we really shouldn't abandon the importance of spending time with yourself. We really shouldn't. Because I feel like we sort of confuse it with loneliness, being isolated, which is totally different. Isolating and loneliness is like you're on an island by yourself. You have no one to talk to. But that's different from spending 2 weeks, a week, just tapping into yourself, listening to yourself, spending time with yourself just for the time being. Because I'm telling you, and this is from experience, spending too much time with people does more negatives than positives to your life and their life. Let me give an example. Like, your value it drops. Your value drops in their life because they see you every day, And yes, they may love you or like you, but, sometimes when something is missing, this is how humans work. When something is missing in their life, that's when they start missing, what they don't have no more. That's basically how it works. They start missing what they don't have anymore. And that's just human psychology in general, And that's why it's important to really just, it doesn't have to be 2 weeks, just for some time, because if you're constantly in their face 24/7, your value will go down. And I can admit this as well. Like, I have amazing friends. I'm glad about my friendship circle. If I was to spend 24 hours with them every day, seeing their face every single day, my value for them will go down. It will. I won't really value them as much as I did before. I won't really appreciate the moment I was spending with them because I take it for granted every day because they're in my face. That's why it's important just to take that time off, just that 2 weeks off. And this goes into, your dreams and goals as well, whatever you want to do, especially for being an artist like me. Like, if you're trying to create content, music, whatever it is, you definitely need to tap into yourself. You have to at that point, because if you don't, whoever you're with 24/7, they're gonna interfere with your creative, moments and creative times. Because sometimes, when, as a creative, your ideas can pop up at random times, and if you're not careful, they could find out and they can they can completely change your mind, and you end up doing something that you wasn't intending to do. And it also turns into people pleasing as well. You know, if you're constantly always trying to do something for someone all of the time, nothing wrong with making people happy in your life. That's what we all should be doing. But it can't be a consistent, you know, thing where you want or you're trying to please, because that will never work. You see, you can't please the human flesh. You can't please the human flesh. Like, it's always gonna be dissatisfied no matter what. You know, that's why we have the Adam and Eve story in Genesis, because the human flesh is never satisfied. It's always gonna want more. So what are me and you gonna do to please someone else? We're human. So just tap in with yourself, and it's just self-care. It's not loneliness. It really isn't loneliness. This is self-care, and this is needed, because once you're able to know yourself fully, your relationships with people actually become better, because you just know yourself. Because rather than you not knowing yourself, they're going to be controlling what you should do with your life, which you never want to be in that situation, because they're just going to disrespect you. They will disrespect you. And, you know, you want to have purpose. You want to have purpose because you're following what they're doing all of the time, and you lose your focus. Remember, different paths. We're all here for different reasons. Your reason why you're here is different from your boys, or, you know, whoever else is different. So you trying to hold on to their expectations, to pleasing them, to making them happy instead of you, or you're just gonna fail. Like, to be fair, you will. And it's just something that you just need to hold yourself accountable to that, because if you don't, you're really gonna fumble. So self-care is important, and I highly recommend after this video, spend some time with yourself. Spend some time with yourself. You know, if you have to, switch your phone off, you know. And if the people around you can't understand, they're just trying to pull you down. They're really trying to pull you down. They should understand this already, because they should want the best for you. But definitely, bro, if you have to, switch off your phone, turn it off, you know. Do what you have to do, because I'm telling you, it will benefit you in the long run. And I'm telling you this because I do it my own self, and it's benefiting me. So to close the video, you know, self-care is important, and don't let anyone make you feel bad for wanting that self-care and that self-love and spending time with yourself. There's nothing wrong with it, because you need it. You need it. It's been your boy NATZ, N.HIDDEN. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay legendary.